Hello, this is Andrew with Central Missouri Collectibles, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over some quality US type coin and large cent purchases, as well as a few graded coins. Now first off, here we've got an 1897 Indian Head Cent, which PCGS calls cleaned unk detail. I think it's still a pretty nice coin, and we'll probably sell it in the holder, or crack it out and make mention in the description. Still a pretty nice coin. Here we've got a 1861 half real from Peru, graded XF45 by NGC. I was able to pick this one up for very cheap and should be able to make a decent profit on that. All right, moving into some foreign pickups here. We've got a Italian coin here. This is a 1912 1 lire with a very nice design. Those always tend to sell well. Here we've got a coin from Fiji with the sea turtle. Once again, another good type of foreign coin that is usually sell around $28, and I think I paid about $6 for that. Here we've got a Mexican coin, a 1901 CN 10 centavos here from the Culiacan Mint. Another decent coin. Here we've got another coin. This one's from Canada, an 1859 Canada large cent. All right, moving into some of the US type coins here. I'll go ahead and pick these up. First up here, we've got a half dime. This is an 1853 with arrows, seated half dime. Oh, and it is a New Orleans mint, so a little bit better. Here we've got an 1853 with arrows seated dime. Here we've got an 1870 3-cent piece. All right, here we've got a seated dime. This one is 1884. All right, here we've got an 1867 shield nickel. And then finally from this lot, we've got an 1860 seated quarter. So I think I paid about $60 for that lot, so I'll be able to make a little bit of money on it. It's always good to have nice type coins in inventory. All right, moving on to some large cents. Some of these I got individually on bid, and some of them I was able to pick up as a lot. Here's an 1841 braided hair, a better date for that type. All right, here is our next one. This is probably the best large cent we've got today. This is a 1795, I believe, flowing hair large cent. It is the Liberty cap as well. And yes, you can see the bottom of the 5 right there touching the bottom of the bust. Or the top of the 5, rather. So that's a good coin, and it's also lettered edge, which makes it more valuable as well. So that means it's actually 1794. So I got that one wrong, but still a lettered edge large cent that's worth a good amount of money. And then here we've got an 1842 braided hair, once again, an earlier date for the type, so a little bit more valuable than a 1851 or 1853. All right, and then here we've got a classic head. This is an 1812 classic head large cent. Which classic heads are pretty hard to come by as well, and I've got 3 of them here. This one, unfortunately, I believe is going to be dateless, but still is a classic head, so a little bit better. This, I believe, is an English penny. It's going to be very hard to see on camera. I think it's just an English penny, super old, and the date probably going to be unable to be found, unfortunately. Here we've got an 1832 matron head large cent. We've got an 1816 matron head in very rough shape. Here we've got an 1839 braided hair, which is a very hard date to find. There's actually 4 different types made during this year. They had the matron head, the silly head, the booby head, and then this one here, which is just the regular braided hair. And here we've got an 1822 matron head large cent in pretty nice condition, but clean, I believe. And then this was one of the best large cents of the lot for sure. This is an 1814, and it looks like it's got original luster to it. Hopefully that's the case. I'm not sure if it's some kind of plating or something that could have happened, but it looks like a very nice coin. 1814 classic head, large cent. Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed looking at some of the new coin purchases that we made, and they will be placed onto the eBay, which is Central Missouri Collectibles, and I hope to see some of you guys there. Have a great evening.